So today we're going to be taking care of this engine mount right here. This is the passenger engine mount. Looks like there's a, 17, and it comes through back here, and then there's these ones that connect to the engine itself. So here we go. Just a little update. I took the little plastic cover off, and I took off these AC line bracket. This is where this mounts, but there's one hole there, one there, and then this one clips to that bracket right there and holds that AC line in place, as well as this other AC line, the high pressure and low pressure line. But that's it as of right now. I've done. I'm gonna start by doing the ABS. That one, there's one there, and then I'm gonna do that one there, that one right there, that nut, and then there should be another one on the bottom. It's like right there, that one, and that should kind of help move this out of the way so I can pull this mount out, and that bolt, because it's gonna be a long bolt that connects all the way to the other side. And then we got the new mount here. So there's the part number if anyone's looking. OEM's the best, and we'll get this going. So here's a progress update. I've taken off that nut, the one that I said down there, and then everything that's attached right here on the ABS unit I've taken off, besides obviously the hard lines. I don't want to bleed it. And then the AC lines are free to move. One thing you're gonna have to remove is you're gonna follow this valve. There's gonna be a bolt here. It's gonna be looking like this. It's a 12, and it comes through and mounts it to hold this in place. You're gonna need that out so that if you can see that nut right there? You can get it out now when you pull under the ABS unit. So I kind of just undid everything so I have the most space and taking my time, being organized with my nuts and bolts. And then once that's done, I'm gonna support the engine. Again, I broke these loose. I didn't show that, but I just broke them loose. I didn't fully undo them. And yeah, and then I'm gonna break that nut loose. But again, support the engine. You're gonna wanna get a jack and have a wooden block on it, because the pans on these are aluminum and you don't wanna damage them. So another progress update. Again, everything has been removed off the ABS, but now I need to get that bolt out. I have the engine supported with the jack, but I'm gonna be doing these two bolts here. They have washers on them, so be careful. And then that two nuts and those two bolts. And then I'll see if I can get this off, and I'll get tension off the bolt. The bolt's about this long, so you gotta pick up the ABS unit and slide it from under. So we'll see after how it is. So I got the mount out. Here it is. Again, it's got two nuts right there and then one bolt. So I loosened those, and then I was holding this up with my hand and prying the bolt out. It's a very long bolt. It's got to go through all this. And then once you have the mount loose and everything, you're going to pretend like this is inside there. You're going to pull out this way, and then you should have it out. You can see there's some cracks and stuff in it. Basically time to replace this. But it's kind of a pain, but it can be done. I thought I was gonna have to take the headlights out, so I was getting ready, but yeah, so this is it so far. So here it is. I weaseled it through here. You just gotta pick this up, and yeah, I simple greened in there a little bit, cleaned it up, and then have that lined up. Nothing is bolted down. As you can see, the bolt's not through it. I just wanted to put this down straight. We have to get it through these holes, so it's kind of hard to do all this end film. So I know that one's off. You can see it. It doesn't line up to the hole, but that's the new one. Here's the old one. Again, here's the part number. OEM's the best. And let's see, once I get this through, I'll let you guys know how it goes. All right, well, the new one's in. It was kind of tough. It was a learning process with this mount, because again, you have the ABS all in the way. So what I recommend, hopefully, pry bar. So when I was trying to line up the holes for the bolt to go through these, I just used a pry bar. Right here, had it set for once before. I had this up, and I slid my right hand under there while pushing the bolt through and twisting it so you could kind of catch the threads while having this pry bar. So I was two hands, but trying to do three things, but everything's through it. I haven't tightened it or torqued it yet. I just tightened it by hand, and I'm gonna release the engine, the support, and then tighten it, and then yeah, that should be done. If you guys have any other questions, again, just reiterate it, these bolts have to come off no matter what. This is the only way you're gonna get that bolt out. Maybe something I would recommend is probably undoing the headlight so you have more room just to pull it out, but it can be done with the headlight in, as you can see. But everything else is Gucci. All right, I'll do a video of it all, post it up together. So here's the finished product. Again, this bracket needs to come off. There's 3 10s that go to it, right there, 1 right there, and then obviously there. You're gonna want to tighten these. Those are the nuts that kind of help it slide out. And then I took out these bolts right there, those 2. And again, it can be done. Again, everything's buttoned up, all the bolts. I have no more bolts in here. Organization is key. Everything's plugged back up. All the lines that came out of the clippies down there that are now all pushed in, everything is clipped in. I just gotta tighten this one and we're done. Yeah, so if anyone has any questions, just leave them down in the comments. I couldn't find any videos on this, so figured this would be the best opportunity to do this. New mounts in there, old ones out, and all that I'm left with is a couple scratches on my hand from being under this ABS unit. Was it worth it? Yeah, the motor won't move anymore. From what I've heard, that rear mount is bad, but this one, you can see on this one, it's got cracks in it, the trans mount, but it's not that hard to get to. Same thing, support the engine and everything, or the trans in this situation. But yeah, again, any comments, just leave them down below. Thank you guys, peace. Now for the last part. My favorite part is always getting rid of old parts. There it is, gone.